Good morning and welcome to RPG Horror Stories. I'm your host, Sue, and listen, we're really close to getting to the Henderson Tale. Only 4 more subs required, so if you're interested, go ahead, hit that subscribe button down below, leave a comment, leave a like down there, and hey, if you've got your own horror stories, I have a Discord channel for that. There's going to be a link in the description. There's also a link to my Twitter and my Twitch channels, so without further ado, let's get on to the story. And don't worry, I got to not safe for work one today. A real juicy looking one. So, I just can't play it right yet because they watched that first like 3-4 minutes of the video. But don't worry, it's extra juicy. Just keep watching till the end. Now, here's what we got first. Dungeon Master made me quit less than an hour into the session by controlling my moves, clothes, and trying to touch my character with an NPC. Hello, this is my first post in here. English is not my native language, so don't be so hard on me, okay? Some backstory. I am a 20-year-old girl who is still very new to TTRPGs. Only played one short campaign that ended some weeks ago, and since I enjoyed it so much, I decided to search for a group to play again. I went after a One Piece RPG since I've always wondered who it would be to play in that universe. After some days, I met the DM. Me and the Dungeon Master talked a bit and made my sheet. I made a swordswoman from Wano, and I was very hyped with the story. For those who are One Piece fans, she was a member of the Kurozumi clan that left Wano as a baby. So, she didn't know about her family, and the hatred towards them. Okay, now, this isn't always true, but for me personally, anime in Dungeons & Dragons is a red flag. Because usually when you've got a DM that's running like a One Piece campaign, or a Bleach campaign, or something like that, it's always either a Mary Sue, or Kevin. And, I've got a Kevin for you later. Don't worry. All going well, right? Just for now, after my sheet was done, the DM told me to make a session just for us. It was supposed to show how I ended up meeting the rest of the crew. Okay, I can do that, I told myself, and the session starts. Dungeon Master. You are alone in an island. No one is near you. It's been 2 days since you got lost, and the weather is very cold. What? Why am I on an island? How did I get here? And what happened in the 2 days that passed? DM, don't worry. You said that you played RPGs before, so you know how to improvise. I took a deep breath. I knew this was not a good sign, but I decided to try and go with it. Maybe it's just a weird start, right? Wrong. Red flag number 2. My character started walking on the beach. For quite a while, it felt like I was watching a cutscene. I didn't have any say in anything my character would do. The DM would just say everything I was doing. But then we finally found a village. DM. You go into the village, and you see a bald old man in the chair, looking at the sky. Do you talk to him? Me. I walk slowly towards him with a gentle smile, trying to see what he was looking at, and asking, "Hello, sir." DM, what? Why are you role-playing like that? You should just say that you asked him where you are. Don't do that again. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. At this point, I already made my mind up that I was going to leave. I really enjoy heavy roleplay, and it looked like I was not going to have it in this game. Red flag number 3. Retconned you for a single fucking sentence. DM. The old man turns and looks at you from head to toe. Me. Okay, I'm using a purple yukata with a red band on my waist. There are some golden drawings from the Kurozumi clan in the band, and I have a sword in my waist with a purple sheath with a yellow dress. I got interrupted. DM.
No, your character is actually naked. She put her clothes on after taking them off a dry or a rock. She's fully naked and the old man staring at your boobs with lust in his eyes.
Red flag number 4. Literally retconned you for wearing clothes. This is a cutscene, which is also red flag number 5. What? No, she's been here for 2 days. How did she never put her clothes on after so long?
Be forgotten, she's now naked.
You said it's cold. How did she forget if it's cold?
Well, she's just like Luffy. She never feels cold, so she's always distracted.
No, I never said my character was like that. I even explained to you how her personality is.
She is now. Let's continue. She's naked, and now the old man will try to touch her boobs. Does she let him?
After that, I just left the call and blocked them. Still haven't found a new game, but I'm not in a hurry. The story ends here. Sorry for any mistakes. As I said, it is my first post here. I hope y'all enjoyed at least a little bit. I can appreciate a couple of things that this DM did. So, first off, they didn't have a session 0, which is a red flag in and of itself. I don't give a shit what you're running, how you're running it, how you DM. If you have a new player coming into your campaign and you've already had session 0, you need to have documents ready from your session 0 to give to them. Okay? And secondly, you know what? I'm gonna say it's a good job on this DM outing themselves as a neckbeard so this beautiful young lady can go and just find a new game instantaneously. I mean, like, he didn't lead her on or anything. He's just right out the bag.
This old man is trying to touch your boobs, and actually, you're not wearing clothes, even though you said you are. And your character is not Kurozumi Clan. It's gender bent Luffy. So I get to tell you what you do.
At least he was upfront with it for the most part. At least he didn't wait like 3 or 4 sessions to fucking try and rape her character or something. He just went straight for it like an absolute fucking mad lad. So I don't know what sort of people are playing in his game, but I know for one thing that I would not want to be in his party, nor would I want to be DMing for this guy. The GM let Kevin play out his fantasy. Massive trigger warning on this story. Rape. Just be careful. If you are not fine with talking about this subject, click off the video now. Alright? No hurt feelings. Your mental health is more important than watching this damn video. Obligatory, not native English speaker. So sorry for any typos or wonky sentences. There's a too long didn't read for this case at the beginning. It's basically the title. The game master let Kevin rape an NPC while the other players left the room. Hey guys, after reading through some posts, I thought I'll share with you a gem I just remembered again. All names are, of course, changed, and the story happened about 6 years ago, so I'll try my best to recall the events. Meet the Game Master. He was my former roommate who had a big fable for pen and paper in general, and in fact, that's how we met in the first place, and decided to share a flat. The Game Master had many interesting ideas, and we constantly came up with more and more interesting scenarios and found an interesting pen and paper to check out. We tried everything from Vampire the Masquerade over one-shots with interesting mechanics to Dungeons and Dragons. The Game Master also had another friend who he knew for a long time. For the sake of it, we'll call him Kevin. You see, Kevin lived up to that name. He was a whole bunch of problems. But I'll just concentrate on the pen and paper bits. Otherwise, the story won't be fitting here anymore. No one liked to play with Kevin anymore, except for the Game Master. Kevin got kicked out of many parties for cheating, spoiling, and just Kevinism. In fact, I previously got a space in a full party due to him fucking up big time. Fast forward a bit. Game Master one day came to me offering a new game. This time, the Kingsmaker Saga from Dungeons and Dragons. He already asked several, who all said yes, as well as Kevin. Hesitantly, I accepted too, after consulting with Jim, another friend, and invited player. Jim, who also knew about Kevin's antics, decided to give it one last chance as well to see if he can behave. We even talked with the Game Master to keep an eye on Kevin as well. The day came closer to start, and we players began creating our characters, talking back and forth with the Game Master to best strategize what will be needed and what works best. I created a Drow rogue, complete with backstory. Much work went into her. I even went back to the drawing table to create an avatar after many years of not drawing anything. Cue Kevin. The time we prepared was some day after Christmas, sometime give or take a couple of days. And Kevin was several €100 richer, which he was gifted by his parents to buy his own PC. So he won't be leeching theirs anymore. 30 and neat, nothing else to say. He, of course, spent all of it on rule books regarding the upcoming campaign, almost spoiling everything in our group chat and plotting on creating his ultimate war machine. A centaur with one ultimate move. Charge. Our Game Master had none of it, telling him time and time again how it'll be a bad idea, since the first year or so we will be in swampy terrain. Kevin will just not have any fun at all, and when Kevin has no fun, his Kevinisms show. Now, if you don't know about this subreddit that is being referenced here, it is stories about Kevin. It could be they could be using Kevin to mean that guy, because a lot of Kevins are that guys. But more often than not, Kevins are just fucking idiots that are so stupid that it blows up in their face a million times over. I might read a couple of stories about Kevin tomorrow, just to tell you about, like, the stories about Kevin's subreddit. It's, you know, generally people with the vibe of Kevin from The Office. But Kevin from The Office is a good fucking person. So, he decided, after some days and close to beginning on the campaign, a Drow rogue. We didn't communicate with the other players who plays what only between Game Master and player, but the Game Master ranted thoroughly with me about Kevin's choices, so I knew the whole time what he was planning. I immediately told the Game Master to shut that thought down too. Too much work went into my character, a female Drow, just to have another one, male Drow, with the same profession in the party. Even though it would have been interesting to see how the matriarch's aspect played out, it wouldn't have been with Kevin. In the end, it was another character change for Kevin. He still wanted to play an elf character, so he again went through all the books and created a summoner, High Elf. Fair enough. Fair enough. Finally, the first day arrived, and we had a great time. Kevin even behaved. This went on for several days until we had this fateful day when we had to clean a thief camp. During our fight through the camp, we found out that the ladder leader, dumbass me, was a feared woman. Real badass, painted by our GM. In the end, we captured her and brought her back to our base for interrogation. Sadly, the character with the highest charisma was Kevin's scrawny elf, so he gladly took on the job. What Kevin then described still makes me shudder. He wasn't harsh, didn't use violence per se to make her talk. He was friendly. As creepily friendly as a mustache-wearing, hard-breathing Kevin in the corner of a woman's locker room could be. He started on trying to intimidate her. Hard-ass fighting woman versus small, skinny elf. Which didn't go well, so he retorted to bad cop, rapey cop. Bad cop would be his summoned demon-like thing, while he tried the kind and understanding way by speaking softly. Telling her she won't be harmed by the demon summon, she would just talk. I need to make a gem face toggle because goddamn I need a gem face toggle for this exact circumstance. Alright. After that didn't work too, he became even friendlier by getting really close. He started with caressing her, brushing her hair, which I started to give the DM many hard what the fuck looks. And it ended up with Kevin undressing the thieves' boss. After that, I don't know what else happened, since the other players and I left the room to share our discuss in the kitchen while these two played out their rape fantasy in the living room. Understandably, that was the end of that day, and the entire fucking campaign. We gave the Game Master the clear option of either dropping Kevin, or we're not coming back for the next round. Nothing came out of it, and the whole campaign just lost itself. All thanks to some sad, lonely person who couldn't keep his fantasies to himself. It's now, as I said, about 6 years in the past, and since I left that shared flat 4 years ago, I also have no idea what happened to those two. Who knows? Maybe they played out their innermost fantasies to this day. So, our OP in this case actually ended up having a that guy experience. They aren't a native English speaker, so I don't think that they actually know about the that guy architect of a player that originated from 4chan. That said, this is not a story about Kevin. This is a that guy tale, but they really couldn't do anything more. They gave that guy a second chance. They gave Kevin that second chance that they honestly should have, because it had been quite a while since they had played with their Kevin. And quite frankly, there is nothing they could have done to avoid this, because the DM was the only person who really played D&D with that guy, and the DM was also into ERP, kind of like Kevin. It sounds to me like the DM in this case is one of those rare, absolute neckbeard types that actually take a fucking shower and go out and touch grass. So, there's not much they could have done. They did what they could, they did what they did right, and they just disbanded the group on the spot because, well, Kevin was being Kevin. Now, that's all we have for today. Much love and stay sexy. And I hope to see you guys later. I'll be streaming on Twitch. Some, Wyvern Crown of Cormyr from Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition. Bye-bye!